Alright, so I have here, I did a continuity test and the kill switch did pass. However, the starter switch did not. I can see in here that it's not making contact, or I can't really see it, but in there, this little plate needs to contact, and it's not making contact on there. So after time, they wear out. So there is a way to fix this, and it's not too hard. So I'm going to fix this, and then so I can keep the other switch for myself. It shouldn't be a big deal. You just remove this and slide a few things out, and then pretty much extrude that little piece that's inside there to fix it. It's not working. This will be this red one. In color, it is I think orange and blue, and they're right here. So I'm going to attempt to fix this switch so I don't have to buy a new one. So there's a little, see here, there's a little Phillips head screw, so you're going to remove that. Alright, so here's a little washer, and here's the little Phillips screw. Alright, that's now removed. Now here, there's going to be a little pin. So if you look closely, there's going to be a little rotating pin. This is where the switch hinges upon. So you're going to take that out. So for that, you can need a set of probably needle nose pliers or something close. Alright, here it is. So I got alright, here's the little pin. You're going to put that down. Make sure not to lose all this stuff. Now be careful here, because as soon as the switch comes out, there's a little spring too. It's spring loaded. So the switch should come out now. Alright, there it is. It's coming out. Okay, there it is. Alright. Okay, so there's the spring. So take the spring out. Okay, and there's like a little this point right here. This is what makes contact with the plate, and you can tell the plate is down here. All right, so what you're basically going to do is pull this little piece out. There you go, just like that. Okay, the switch. So what we're going to try to do is, this over time wears out. As you can tell, it has a little, it's really hard to see with the camera, but it has a little flat spot on the top. So that's pretty much, has worn over time, is now not making contact. So this little thing is not making contact with the plate right there out of copper. So we got to clean this little thing here with a little bit of sandpaper, and then we got to protrude this piece out and put it back in. So hopefully that should work. To clean the plate, what I do is I grab a little bit of like a cotton swab, and I use a little bit of a carb cleaner. And I spray it on the not that much. I didn't know it was so pressured. But yeah, just give it a little bit. Then come back here and kind of clean the plate around a little bit. There we go. And clean this little plate out. Okay, wow, now it looks way better than what it used to. So okay, so that part is good. So now let's protrude this piece out. Alright, so now I'm working on the other piece. What I've done is I have laid it on its side right there. That's inside. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this little screw here, screwdriver, it's very small, and I'm going to hit this side with a hammer So I can protrude the top piece right there, so it protrudes out a little more and is able to make contact since it has flattened out. That's literally all I'm doing. Alright, I did protrude it. It went a little more than I thought. Be careful not to hit it too hard, but I don't know if you can actually see that or not, but it is protruding way more than what it used to be. So now I'm going to grab this little piece here and I'm going to center it up like it used to be. Okay, there it is. We have the thin end of the spring. It should go right over it, like so. Okay. Now, we're gonna now put it in the slot. So, I think the way I've done it is I kind of slide it in from one side to the other, because the design is meant to lock from one side. Okay. And now that the switch is in, as you can tell, now I gotta put the slide pin in there. So make sure it's centered. Kind of work it in there. Come on. And find the soft spot in there. And give it a little bit of lube there because it is kind of rusty. I didn't really clean it out. So let me have really bad lighting here. So, and my eyesight's not the best now. So, okay, cool, we got it in. All right, now, so the pin is now in there, as you can see it. Now I'm gonna put the washer in place and the screw. All right, there it is. Cool, so I'm gonna lock this up and let's test it out before we actually put it onto the ATV. I'm gonna try to keep that other new switch for myself so I could reuse it in a different bike. So now I'm gonna grab my multimeter. I'm gonna put it in the continuity test. Should make a noise when I touch. There it is. There's contact. So now we said it was orange and blue, so I'm going to grab there's those two. So I'm going to put it on those two slots there. Let's see if it works. There it is, it's working. Cool. And that's how pretty much you fix that. Now we're going to turn it off to off. And we're going to go and put this on.